Almond milk. It's a creamy, dairy-free favorite found in millions of homes around the world. But have you ever wondered how almonds are transformed into the silky white drink sitting in your refrigerator? From vast orchards in California to high-tech food processing plants, this is the journey of almond milk, how it begins with a seed and ends up in your cereal bowl. Let's explore how industrial almond milk is made, and how almonds are grown and harvested at scale. The journey of almond milk begins in the heart of almond country, California's Central Valley, which produces over 80% of the world's almonds. It all starts with the planting of almond trees, typically done in the winter months. Farmers choose specific cultivars based on climate, soil, and desired yield. Each almond tree begins as a grafted seedling, a hybrid of a strong rootstock and a productive scion. These trees are carefully planted in neat rows, spaced for sunlight and efficient irrigation. Almond trees take about 3 years to produce their first crop and reach full production by year 5. Unlike many crops, almond trees are not self-pollinating, they rely on bees. Each February, just as the trees begin to bloom, farmers bring in millions of honeybees. These bees are rented from beekeepers across the country and play a crucial role in transferring pollen from flower to flower. This brief bloom period, often just 2 to 3 weeks, determines the success of the entire year's crop. Without bees, there would be no almonds and no almond milk. As spring turns into summer, small green almonds begin to grow. Almond trees require a warm, dry climate and plenty of water. That's why irrigation is critical. California farmers use drip irrigation systems that deliver water directly to the tree roots. This method conserves water, a vital resource in drought-prone regions. Throughout the season, the trees are monitored for pests, disease, and nutrient levels. Precision agriculture tools, including satellite imagery and soil sensors, help optimize crop health and reduce environmental impact. By late July, the almond hulls begin to split, a signal that harvest time is near. Harvest typically begins in August and runs through October. Mechanical tree shakers, large machines with padded arms, grab each tree and shake it for a few seconds. Thousands of almonds fall to the ground in a matter of seconds. After shaking, the almonds remain on the orchard floor for 5 to 10 days to dry naturally under the sun. This step reduces moisture and prevents mold during storage. Once dried, a sweeper machine gathers the almonds into rows, and a harvester picks them up and transfers them to trailers. These trailers then head to a hulling and shelling facility. first step in post-harvest processing. At the facility, almonds are unloaded and passed through mechanical pre-cleaners that remove sticks, rocks, and leaves. Next, the almonds go through a huller, which removes the tough outer hull. Then they enter a sheller, where the hard inner shell is cracked open. What's left is the edible almond kernel, the familiar nut we know and love. These kernels are sorted by size and quality using optical scanners and air jets, removing any damaged or discolored nuts. Only the highest quality almonds will be used for almond milk production. Once sorted, the almonds are stored in silos or bins, ready for transport to food-grade processing plants. These facilities are often certified under strict safety standards, including GMP, HACCP, and FDA regulations. The almonds are transported in sanitized, sealed trucks to prevent contamination during transit. Upon arrival, samples are tested for aflatoxins, moisture content, and microbial safety, ensuring the almonds meet the highest quality before processing. The first step in transforming almonds into milk is blanching. Whole almonds are poured into large vats of boiling water for about 1 to 2 minutes. This softens the skins, which are then removed by rollers. Why remove the skins? Because they can make the final milk gritty or slightly bitter. Next, the blanched almonds are transferred to industrial grinders, where they're finely ground into an almond paste. This paste is mixed with purified water in precise ratios, typically 1 part almonds to 3 or 4 parts water, depending on the brand's recipe. To turn the almond paste into milk, the mixture is emulsified using high-speed industrial blenders. This breaks down the almond particles and disperses oils, creating a smooth, milky texture. Next, the mixture passes through fine mesh filters or centrifuges to remove the pulp, the fibrous solids left behind. What's left is a silky, white liquid, raw almond milk. The leftover almond pulp doesn't go to waste. It's often used in protein bars, baked goods, or sold as almond meal. At this stage, flavoring ingredients like vanilla extract, cocoa, sea salt, or sweeteners are also added depending on the product line. Industrial mixers ensure everything is evenly blended for consistent taste and texture. Before bottling, the almond milk must be pasteurized to ensure safety and shelf stability. Most producers use HTST pasteurization, high temperature, short time, heating the milk to about 165 degrees centigrade for 15 to 30 seconds. This kills any harmful bacteria without damaging flavor or nutrients. Some brands may also use UHT, ultra-high temperature pasteurization, which allows for longer shelf life without refrigeration, ideal for shipping globally. To prevent separation and give almond milk its smooth consistency, it goes through homogenization. This high-pressure process breaks down fat molecules, keeping the milk uniform in texture. The milk is then pumped into an automated bottling line. Bottles or cartons are washed and sanitized, filled with almond milk, sealed airtight, labeled with expiration dates and nutritional info. Everything happens in a sterile, temperature-controlled environment to maintain quality and freshness. Once bottled, the almond milk is boxed, palletized, and moved to refrigerated storage. From there, it's shipped to supermarkets, cafes, and health food stores across the country and around the world. Some brands even sell concentrated almond bases for coffee shops, or powdered versions for long-term storage. Every bottle you see on the shelf represents a complex chain of agriculture, technology, and sustainability. While almond milk is praised for being dairy-free, it's not without its environmental concerns. Almond trees require a lot of water, about 1.1 gallons, 4.2 liters, per almond. This has sparked criticism, especially in drought-prone California. However, many growers have adopted drip irrigation, soil moisture sensors, and water recycling to reduce their footprint. Additionally, almond milk generally produces fewer greenhouse gas emissions than cow's milk, making it a more climate-friendly choice overall. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a look inside how the world really works. We've got more fascinating stories just like this one, coming every week. Thanks for watching. Every autumn, a spectacular transformation happens across vast wetlands in North America. The fields turn red, not from leaves, but from cranberries. Millions of tons of these small, tart berries are harvested, processed, and turned into everything from juice to sauces and snacks. But how are cranberries grown, harvested, and processed at such an enormous scale? Let's go inside the incredible world of cranberry farming. Cranberries aren't your typical fruit crop. They don't grow on trees or tall bushes. Instead, they thrive in special low-lying wetlands known as cranberry bogs. These bogs are often built on top of natural marshes and require acidic peat soil, a reliable water supply, and a cold climate. That's why most commercial cranberries are grown in just 5 US states: Wisconsin, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Oregon, and Washington, as well as in parts of Canada. Cranberry plants are hardy vines that can live for decades. In fact, some vines still in production today are over 100 years old. The farming season begins in spring. Once the frost recedes, growers begin prepping the bogs. New vines are planted in rows. Irrigation systems are checked, and bees are brought in during June to pollinate the cranberry flowers. As summer progresses, the tiny berries develop from green to white and eventually ripen into their iconic deep red color by early fall. Cranberries can be harvested in 2 main ways: dry or wet. But over 90% of commercial cranberries are harvested using the wet method, especially those destined for juices, sauces, and dried snacks. Here's how it works.
And how can we take care of the land so the land is taking care of us?
When the berries are ripe, usually from mid-September to early November, the bog is flooded with up to 18 inches of water.
And responsible to the industry as a whole.
We believe firmly in science leading the way in making decisions on how to grow better.
Then a harvesting machine called a water reel or egg beater churns through the bog, gently agitating the vines. This loosens the berries, which have small air pockets inside and naturally float to the surface. In a matter of minutes, the bog turns into a sea of red. Crews use floating booms to corral the cranberries into tight bunches. Pumps or conveyors then lift the berries out of the water and onto trucks. Each flooded bog can yield tens of thousands of pounds in just a few hours. For cranberries sold fresh in stores, a more delicate method is used: dry harvesting. In this process, bogs remain dry and a mechanical picker brushes the vines, lifting ripe berries without damaging them. Workers then collect the berries using bins or belts. While it's more labor-intensive, dry harvested berries have a longer shelf life and better appearance, ideal for Thanksgiving displays and holiday baking. After harvesting, the cranberries are trucked to processing facilities. Here, the first step is cleaning. The berries are washed to remove debris, leaves, and bugs. Next, they're sorted by color, size, and firmness. A series of screens, air jets, and water channels separate the ripe, firm berries from the damaged or unripe ones. Some facilities use optical sorters, advanced machines that photograph each berry and eject defective ones using tiny bursts of air. Only the best cranberries move on to the next stage. Now the berries are ready to become a wide array of cranberry products. For juice, the berries are crushed into a pulp and heated. The liquid is then filtered, pasteurized, and either bottled directly or concentrated for shipping. To make dried cranberries, the berries are sliced, sweetened, and dried using warm air tunnels. This process can take several hours and results in the chewy texture many people love in salads and trail mix. Cranberry sauce follows a different route. The whole berries are cooked with sugar and water until they burst. The result? A thick, tangy spread that's become a staple on holiday tables across North America. Meanwhile, cranberry powders, extracts, and capsules are manufactured for the growing health supplement market, thanks to the berry's rich antioxidant content. Once processed, the final cranberry products are carefully packaged. Juices go into PET bottles, cartons, or large commercial containers. Dried cranberries are vacuum sealed in plastic pouches or bulk bags. Cranberry sauce is canned or jarred. Each package is labeled with lot numbers, expiration dates, and quality control stamps before being boxed and palletized for distribution. These products are then shipped across the country and exported worldwide, to grocery stores, bakeries, food manufacturers, and restaurant chains. From field to finished product, the journey takes just days, but the planning spans an entire year. Cranberry farming is deeply intertwined with the environment, and sustainability is central to modern practices. Growers use precision water management to minimize usage and prevent runoff. Floodwaters used during harvest are recycled across bogs. Integrated pest management techniques reduce the need for chemical pesticides. Native grasses are planted along the edges of bogs to prevent erosion and support pollinators. Some farms even use leftover berry pulp as compost, returning nutrients to the soil. And as consumer demand grows for traceable, eco-friendly products, many cranberry producers are investing in certifications and new technologies to reduce their footprint. Long before cranberries became a commercial crop, they played a vital role in Native American cultures. Tribes like the Wampanoag and Algonquin used cranberries for food, dye, and medicine. They even mixed cranberries with dried meat and fat to make pemmican, a high-energy survival food. Today, cranberries are a $1.5 billion industry in the US alone, with millions of barrels produced annually. But the tradition lives on. Families still gather to celebrate the harvest. Tours and festivals invite visitors to walk through flooded bogs, and Thanksgiving dinner just wouldn't be the same without a spoonful of cranberry sauce. From wild marshes to high-tech harvesters, from tart berries to sweet snacks, the journey of the cranberry is nothing short of remarkable. It's a story of science, nature, and history, blending tradition with innovation. So next time you sip cranberry juice or spread some sauce over your turkey, remember the incredible effort behind every berry. Cranberries, small in size, mighty in impact. If you enjoyed exploring the incredible world of cranberry farming with us, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more behind-the-scenes documentaries just like this. We dive deep into how your favorite foods, products, and machines are made, from farm to factory and beyond. Hit the like button if you learned something new, and tap the bell so you never miss a story from the world of production. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Every year, millions of tons of sugar beets are harvested around the world. Humble root vegetables that transform into one of the most widely used ingredients on Earth, sugar. From the fertile fields of North America and Europe to high-tech factories running 24/7, sugar production from sugar beets is a marvel of agricultural science and industrial engineering. In this video, we'll take you behind the scenes of how sugar is made, from planting and harvesting sugar beets to extracting and refining the crystals inside, until it becomes the white granules we sprinkle into our tea or mix into desserts. Did you know that sugar is one of the world's oldest documented commodities? While the first indications of sugarcane's domestication were around 8000 BCE, extracting real sugar from beets is a more recent discovery.